Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here. Recently I took a trip to the Laguna Seca Raceway, and the reason why is because I went to the track to go see some famous cars at the 2022 Monterey Rolex. So this is what I captured from the trip to Laguna Seca. We're first going to start off with this beautiful machine. I cannot believe that this legendary car was at this circuit. This is a real Ford GT40, and this is the number 6 Golf car. There was also a number 2 black GT40, which won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1966, giving Ford their first win at the 24 Hours. The 1967 Mark V was also there, and they also had the new Ford GT race car, which won Le Mans in 2016. Moving on to a very historic car, this is the Alpine Renault A441. Like the Fords, this Alpine Renault raced Le Mans as well, this time in 1975. I was very surprised to see this car. This is an actual Pescarolo 01. This particular car was ran by Rolex Monterey Racing, and this is the number 18 car that ran the actual 2008 24 Hours of Le Mans. I also took some video of the car out on track. They had a Whittington Brothers racing car. This one is a Porsche 935, which raced in 1976. In the Audi garage, there was a super cool looking car. This one was called the S1 e-tron. There was also an Audi Quattro, which raced at Pikes Peak. Following that was a Mercedes CLK GTR, which raced the 1998 1,000 kilometers of Suzuka. They also had a bunch of F1 cars. There was a Brabham BT44 from 1974, and there was a 1979 Tyrrell 009. There were 3 John Player Special Lotuses. There was the Lotus 77, the Lotus 78, and I do believe there was a Lotus 91. They also had a 1979 FW07. But I think the most astonishing F1 car that they had at Laguna Seca was the 1977 Ferrari 312T. And I'm pretty sure this is a real Ferrari 312T that raced in the 1977 F1 Championship. And it's incredible that Laguna Seca was able to bring this car and show it to the public. They had a bunch of cars that raced in events like the 24 Hours of Daytona and 24 Hours of Le Mans. The majority of them were cars from the GTP Group C era. There were cars such as the 1982 Mirage M12, the 1982 Jaguar XJR5, the 1984 Mazda 727C, and a bunch of Porsche 962Cs, one of which being the famous Rotham's Porsche, which won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1986. There were still more cars that raced in endurance racing, such as the Jaguar XJR10 and XJR16. This is a Bentley 4.5 liter, which won the classic 24 Hours of Le Mans and gave Bentley one of their 6 wins at the French race. I could not believe that this car was here. This is the Cadillac Le Monster. It raced the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1950, and it's a one-of-a-kind car. Here is another car that was at the circuit that's incredibly special. This is a real 787B Mazda that raced at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1991. This is the 56 car, and it finished 8th overall. There was also a 1989 767B, which raced in the 1989 24 Hours of Le Mans and finished 9th overall. This number 202 car ran the Charge livery, which has the iconic green and orange color scheme. Later, this livery became even more famous because the 787B took victory at the 1991 Le Mans running this livery. BMW also had some cars at this event, including a BMW M1, a BMW McLaren F1 GTR, and the 1999 BMW LMR V12. The LMR took victory at Le Mans in 1999, but this particular car ran in the USA and won the 12 Hours of Sebring in 1999. Following that was a 1999 Panos. There was also an Audi R8. This particular version raced in IMSA, but its Le Mans counterpart won the 2005 French race.
Former IMSA and Mazdas driver.
There were two LMP2 Porsche RS Spyders, this one from 2007 and this one from 2009. There was also a 2010 Peugeot 908, and this number 7 car raced at the 24 Hours of Le Mans that same year. This was a very surprising car to see. This is the 2012 Nissan Delta Wing. This is an experimental race car that raced at the 2012 24 Hours of Le Mans. It has a very unique look to it, and it was super cool that they had this on display at the circuit. To my surprise, they also had the Acura ARX 05, which raced in the DPI class in the IMSA Championship. I'm pretty sure this is a Meyer-Shank Racing Acura, so it's pretty cool that it's on display in the Acura garage at the Monterey Rolex. Probably one of the most astonishing cars at the Laguna Seca Raceway was this. This is an actual Porsche 917K. It's always been a dream of mine to see this car, and I can't believe that it was here. This is the number 21 Golf car, and I do believe it raced the 1970 24 Hours of Le Mans, the same year where Porsche won their first win at the circuit. To conclude, the experience of the Monterey Rolex was awesome, and there were so many historical cars that raced in a variety of past motorsport events, and it's so cool to see that they were on display for the public to see at this historic event. Before we end off this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more motorsport content. I have a lot of videos coming out. The majority of them are on the LMH and LMDH prototypes. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.